This is only because of you. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming out. As you guys all know, it's extremely busy 48 hours or so for us in scouting. We have a lot ongoing. In fact, probably right now we should find out our players that are getting claimed. That list should be coming out. So I'm actually doing you guys a great service at the expense of myself being here at noon. But I also wanted to announce, and this is going to be fun, that we have reached a 4-year contract extension with Kyle Hamilton. Actually just signed it about an hour ago maybe. Excited about that. Makes him the highest paid safety in the NFL. Well deserved, as you all know. Phenomenal player, phenomenal person, a great leader. I'm very, very proud of Kyle, everything he brings to the community, on and off the field, his family, and we think that this really recognizes his impact on our team and in the community, and we're thrilled to get this done and get this off my plate. I also want to thank Nick Matteo, who has been working on this contract for quite some time. Athletes First, Kyle McCarthy, Brian Murphy, those guys, phenomenal job by them as well. So excited about that. Any questions on that?
Eric, did the negotiations with Kyle sort of pick up momentum over the last couple of weeks, or was it really sort of the culmination of a long process? And I guess bigger picture, I mean, do you see him as maybe joining that line of very special names who we see as building blocks of the Ravens?
Well, we started really kind of engaging with Kyle and his group just before we broke on vacation. But I would say that talks started to heat up about 3 weeks ago, and appreciate the dialogue that we had with those guys. And I think the deal really does speak to how we feel about Kyle, highest paid safety in the NFL. That's a responsibility that we don't take lightly. We've had a few players over the years become the highest paid at their position, and I think when you are the highest paid, that's an important distinction. And I think Kyle has proven that he's going to carry that very well, and we expect him to continue to be an impact player in our defense for years to come.
Eric, how happy are you to get this done before the start of the season?
Oh, I'm happy. This, I think, as a GM, my job is really to look at the short term of the team and build the best team we can, but also to look out in the future and look at what the team's going to look like in 2026 and 2028 and 2030. So anytime you can take one of your very best players and get them to sign a long-term contract extension, I think is a great thing. I know Steve Bisciotti is very happy about it. I think it's a great day for the Ravens, a great day for Kyle, and a great day for the fans.
Eric, from where the defense started last season to how you guys finished being one of the best secondaries in the NFL, what role did Kyle play in that? And what about that sort of transformation of secondary maybe gave you some insight into his value to this team?
Well, I think one of the things you love about Kyle is he's just kind of a unicorn. He can do many different things. He does them all very well. He can be used in a lot of different positions. We've had to move him around quite a bit. I wouldn't say that really the improvement of our defense was strictly tied to Kyle last year, but he made it easier for us to put players in different positions. I think our coaches did a phenomenal job last year making adjustments as well, and I think guys stepped up, and I think you'll see that continue as we get going into the regular season this year as well.
Along those lines, where are you at with other extensions, conversations, be it Tyler Linderbaum, certainly Lamar?
Yeah, I think those are ongoing. I like to work kind of in the dark, quietly, and try and get as much done as we can. We've got a lot of different things going on. We've got a lot of really good players. It's a blessing and a curse, right? And so I think we do a pretty good job drafting. And so that means we've got players that deserve to be paid well, and we're trying to keep those guys, knowing that, as I've said 1,000 times, we can't keep everybody. And so, unfortunately, you're going to see some good players probably in the next couple of years play for other teams. We've seen that. That's going to be something that continues. Back in 2019, we really kind of said we were going to try and keep as much of our talent as we could. We've tried to do that, but we are in a salary cap league, and so that's the reality. We'll try to get as creative as possible. I think Nick Matteo does a great job helping, being proactive, looking at these deals, staying on top of trends and things like that, trying to be as aggressive as possible throughout the year to bring our players back. It takes two to tango, certainly. We'll continue to be aggressive, but we also understand